All right, what's up? This is Tim Sykes coming to you from Italy. I hope this video will record. I'm not even sure. My Wi-Fi is so bad. I'm sorry, you Trading Challenge students. I was going to give a webinar tomorrow, but just got to a new hotel and the Wi-Fi is atrocious. Tomorrow I'll go out and look for some, new Wi-Fi card or something. I don't know, but I'm looking for wedding locations the next few days, so I apologize in advance just because this is kind of important to me. Normally I don't go away for this long, um, but this is probably the most important thing that I'm doing right now. So I want to tell you a little bit about the risks of trading while traveling or trading, if you have a job or school and kind of half-assing it. That's basically what I did tonight. It's roughly 10 p.m. here in Italy, and I just got back from dinner and really frustrating but useful lesson on trading. This is a one-day chart of EFOI. EFOI is an earnings winner. It's been going up steadily since earnings. Had a big breakout day the other day, and then it consolidated for 2 days. And then today, even when the market's down roughly 1%, this finished up on the day. And the reason is, there was a new analyst price target that upgraded the price target. And then yesterday, there were rumors of a takeover. So this has an earnings win. Analysts are positive. It might get taken over. Everything is trending in the right direction. And that's why I like buying stocks on dips like this. So I was watching it today in and out, uh, missed the morning spike, but when a stock spikes like this in the morning, I'm always very interested in it. I say, okay, this is a morning spiker. How is it going to hold its gains all day? Or, sometimes you have a morning spiker and then it just completely fails later. So it comes down here from 18-ish down to 16-ish, but then it's holding in here. And, I started looking at it right in here and I was buying it in the mid 16s. It went to 17 and a half. I was already at dinner, so I missed this dollar a share spike. And I was at dinner, while I was here at 17.40, where I'm up, 70, 80 cents a share in my position. Had I been around, I probably would have taken profits. My goal was to make $1 to $2 a share, but when it shows signs of fading right here, in topping, you have a top here at 1787, a top here at 1774. I might not even waited for 1740. I'll tell you the truth. I probably would have cut it right in here at 17-ish and made 30, 40 cents a share. But right here at 23, 1523, the stock was trading at 17 and an expose came out from the street sweeper. And this is where this lesson gets very useful. So you can be long any stock and an expose comes out. I like to play it safe and get out. Sometimes I'm short a stock and there's a new promotion or something that pumps it up and I like to get out. I don't want to be in a stock when there's contradictory indicators. And an expose on a stock I'm long is definitely contradictory to my position. I wasn't around for this, so I missed it. This is where the huge lesson comes in. So I came back from dinner and I'm adding to my position in here in the 1630s, and I'm like, oh my God, it's an even better deal. It was just at 1740 and 1770, and I'm dip buying it, and I think it has tons of support here in the 1630s and tons of support here in the 1620s from the morning. And right when I add to it and alert everybody, my chat room is like, Tim, what are you doing? There's a new expose out on it. And I'm like, WTF? Because now I'm long here from the 1660s, 1670s, and now I've just added to my position here at 1630, and I didn't even know that there was an expose out. And then I started clicking the links that my students were sending me. Thank you guys in the chat room for alerting me. I'm sorry that I was just ignorant. It happens sometimes to us all. Don't ever believe a trader when they or investor if they say, "Oh, I always look at all the news. I know everything." No, sometimes you're just going to miss it. It's a human mistake. We all make it. We're all human. And you know, once I saw the expose, I don't even care if the expose is accurate, if it's amazing. I'm not trying to be in a stock where there's contradictory indicators. That is how I limit my risks. And a lot of people say I play it too safely. Probably. And as it turns out, I cut my losses here right around 1630. I lost like 20, 30 cents a share, under $1,000, but it still sucks. It's annoying when I was up roughly, 1,500 or actually $1,000. So $1,000 profit turned into $1,000 loss. I don't care how rich you are. That sucks. And what sucks even more is I cut losses and it's coming down and it's breaking support and I'm feeling good. And then right into the close, it really squeezes from 15.9 all the way up to 17. So a lot of people are like, Tim, were you wrong to cut losses? And the answer is no. Okay, I am in a stock where I don't understand the news. I'm kind of watching it out of the corner of my eye. I'm in a place where the Wi-Fi isn't exactly great. And, so what if I would have a profit now as opposed to a loss? This is how I stay consistently profitable month over month, year over year, decade over decade. I don't risk big losses. And a lot of you guys have to get that through your head because you judge a trade based on how well you do. If you make $1,000, it's a good trade. If you lose $1,000, it's a bad trade. And that's, obviously it makes sense, but sometimes there are good losses. And this is a good loss. And I know that this is confusing to you. And a lot of my critics and doubters are going to be like, you hear this guy, he wants you to take losses. He's crazy. Sometimes to limit your risk, taking a small loss is the best thing. I have no idea how Wall Street is going to react to this expose. Will this new analyst price target be more important? Will the analyst defend the position against the expose? Or will the expose, kind of just blow apart the analyst's report? I don't know, and I don't care. I don't want to risk it. I don't go to Vegas and bet on black. I don't go to Vegas and bet on red. I don't like 50-50 or 45-55 or, if you play Keno, 35-65 odds. I want the odds to be in my favor. And up until that expose, the odds were in my favor. It was uptrending and support was, higher and higher. It was a question of whether I wanted to take 30 cents a share profit or $1 a share profit or 70 or 80 cents a share profit. That's a good problem to have. And normally I trade lower price stocks, so this isn't my ideal kind of play, and I'm not in my ideal kind of setup. So knowing all of this, when an expose comes out, the choice wasn't difficult. I know it's going to be confusing to a lot of my subscribers, but Tim, you dip bought it and then a few minutes later you sold it. It's because I did not know about the news, and I'm sorry about that. It happens to me. It happens to everybody. All you can do is react to when you do figure out news or when you do figure out a contradictory indicator. It does not matter that I could have a profit now. It does not matter what the stock does tomorrow. I do not want to risk it. And I want to be very clear about this because a lot of you guys, you might be having some solid profits right now or some puny profits or whatever, but you're judging your success based solely on your profits. And you might have small profits, small profits, small profits. And then one trade, because you're practicing bad habits, will blow you up. And I've seen it happen in other chat rooms. I've seen it happen and I hate it. It hasn't happened to my students if you follow rule number 1 about cutting losses quickly. But there are a lot of people who don't follow my rule number 1. They don't even know my rules because they refuse to watch my DVDs. And that's a mistake because you might have these small profits and you are learning bad habits. Even my top student, Tim Grittani, had a big loss a few months ago, and it was because he was making money, but he was practicing bad habits. He even admits it, and his new DVD is a must-watch for all of you because he goes over what those bad habits are. And the bad habit is taking small profit, small profit, small profit, and if a trade goes against you, not cutting losses and giving it more time, and then sometimes you do end up with a small profit, and repeating that bad behavior. You will never see me, ideally, and sometimes I make mistakes too. Sometimes I get arrogant or egotistical and I'm like, no, I'm going to add to this stock, I'm right. But in a perfect world, if I'm truly disciplined, I cut losses quickly. And that's what I did here. So even though I feel like a fool for not knowing about the news and I feel like a fool for adding to my position, I'm not going to compound those mistakes by breaking my rule number 1. So this was a good loss. I am proud of it. I am proud to share this lesson with you. Obviously, I'm not proud of the situation, but the way that I teach is through personal experiences. It's not just about, oh, is this a good buy? Is this a good sell? Is this a good short? It's about how to deal with trading in your everyday life, how to deal with mistakes, and we all have to deal with this. So we might as well talk about it. And I wish more people would share boneheaded, dumbass mistakes like this. And you will see that even the best traders, the biggest millionaires, and even billionaires make these trading mistakes. They just don't talk about it. So I made a mistake. I lost nearly $1,000, but it's okay because my account is still on the uptrend. I'm up over 100% this year in a market, overall US stock market that's basically flat. I protect my gains, I protect my account, and I look forward to the next trade. Again, Trading Challenge students, the Wi-Fi here is terrible, so tomorrow's webinar is canceled. I will go look for a new Wi-Fi card, but I don't want to promise you because I frankly just don't know how the Amalfi Coast of Italy internet. I thought that they would have gotten better by now, but apparently not. I hope this video even posts or records, but I will just be looking for wedding locations for another few days. I will be back in the US in the next week or so, and I will have full strength internet, and I will be giving weekly webinars. Again, thank you to several of my top students, Tim Grittani, Mark Crook, and Michael Good, who are also giving Trading Challenge webinars. Thank you for making up for me these few weeks. But I promise I will get better. Thank you guys. See you in the chat room tomorrow. Thanks again to the chat room people for alerting me. I really appreciate it.